Let's talk about the tough, even when the tough is tough to talk about. I get asked so many questions to this day about my struggles with trying to conceive. I have done videos on it before. They're quite old now. I went into a bit more detail in those than I will on this, because most of the questions is really about how I dealt with the mental health side of things. And there's no one good answer for this, to be honest. Struggling with infertility there is such a darkness, is the only way that I can describe it. It's the darkest point of my life. And even though I was surrounded by the most supportive people, but you still feel lonely in a way. It's such a lonely place to be. I remember when we were in the midst, right in the middle of trying to conceive, and I'd not long been diagnosed with polycystic ovaries, and was more or less told it might never happen. And I remember saying to Nathan, it's okay if you don't want to be with me anymore. If you want to leave now. His test results came back all perfectly fine. It was me that was the issue. And I carried so much guilt for that. Of course, he looked at me and he was like, catch your fucking self on, as if I'm going anywhere. Too right. Please, you seen me? You have a friend who's maybe struggling with infertility. It's hard to know what to do or what to say. There is no right thing to say. I think what helped me was just knowing that my friends and family were there. I think that's the best thing to do. If you are a friend of somebody who is struggling with infertility, just let them know that you're there. The worst parts of my infertility journey was going to appointments. A lot of those appointments, you're sat in a room with other pregnant women and babies. I remember I was sitting waiting to go into an appointment, and there was two heavily pregnant women sat beside me, and I just remember it taking everything in me not to just cry. I now, as a lot of you know, more than halfway through my pregnancy with a baby boy, and I can't I can't believe it's happened. I know it probably feels like all I ever do is talk about my baby. And I do. But I just have to talk about him so much because I didn't think it would ever happen. But I will never, ever forget the journey that it took to get here. I sometimes just wish now that we're getting to the finishing line, I sometimes just wish that I could go back to Courtney in her early 20s and just give her a hug. It's gonna be okay, girl. It's gonna be good. I wish that I could give all you girls a hug that are struggling with infertility. It is fucking brutal. And you genuinely I remember you start to feel a bit bitter towards the world. I started to think why me? Why me? I truly did not expect this to be the outcome of our trying to conceive journey. I was slowly coming to terms with the fact that it may never happen for us. Learning how to be okay with that after 8 years of trying to have a baby is a long fucking time for a lot of negative tests and a lot of broken hearts. And I can't even begin to describe the feeling of seeing that positive test and then seeing that little heartbeat just flickering on the screen. I knew I was going to get emotional. God damn it. And every single day I'm just like, somebody's going to pinch me and I'm going to wake up and this is all going to be a dream. Me and this little boyo get to spend the rest of our lives together. I'll probably spend every second of it looking at him, thinking somebody's about to pinch me and I'm going to wake up. My point is, I see you. I know how rough this is. And I wish you peace and happiness. One day at a time, babes. You got this.